All right, and now we're live. We're live with the CJF friends, CJN friends. We're live with the friends. We're live with the friends. We're live with the friends. Let's go. All right, so today we are going to be discussing something near and dear, Discord, something that I participate in regularly, something that I work on regularly with the communities that I work with. And hey, thank you, Kyle. I hope I do get well soon. I feel like poop. I feel like poops. So today we're gonna be discussing Discord. Okay, Discord's got some new changes coming up. Hey, Luna. Hey, Eggsy. Welcome in, guys. Yo, Fire. What's up, Hamez? I'm doing good, man. I'm trying to feel better. It's been a little rough, but yeah. Today we're discussing Discord. Discord has been the main place that I've been hosting community events, that I've been participating with friends, that I've been working at regularly full time in Web3. So I everything I do is Discord. I haven't really worked much with, for instance, like Telegram. I haven't worked much with other platforms. I'm on X all the time. I'm on Discord. Discord is my bread and butter, though. I come on here, I have fun, I vibe with you guys, and I give you guys the opportunity to have some fun and vibe with me and learn with me and participate, right? And Discord's making some changes. So we're looking at some changes for Discord. They just announced yesterday teen by default settings rolling out, all right? So basically, they're trying to make it in the terms of service, right? If you're a Discord user and you're 13 plus, you need parental consent to be on there, right? So your parents need to know that you're on Discord and they need to okay it. It's something that we don't pay much attention to when it comes to everything on the internet, because nowadays kids are self-moderated. Kids, like my 13-year-old was probably on sites that she shouldn't have been on when she was 13, right? People generally do what they want to do as kids, and it's hard for parents to monitor them nowadays because they've got a personal computer in their pockets. So when it comes down to it, you can't monitor, or if you do, you're considered overbearing and controlling parent, and it makes it difficult, right, for you as a parent to have your kids be happy and at the same time monitor what they're doing, right? So what what we're what we're doing here is we're exploring the age requirement system that they're building in. Teen by default means that by default all of your settings are going to be set to age restricted. So even if you're a 38-year-old male on the internet, you're going to be regulated to deemed by default, which means you're going to not be able to see age restricted content, anything that's potentially NSFW, anything that is not a teen friendly imagery or Discord or community or whatever is going to be restricted. You're not going to be able to access these things as readily and as openly as you have been able to in the past, right? Now, for some people, that's not a big deal, right? But for those people who are younger, it's going to be a bigger deal. Yo, Baba Sam, what's up, brother? So, how this really is going to, and I don't, everybody's sitting here going, oh, Discord's dead. We're all screwed. It, Hey, Benjamin, I don't blame you. I wanted to chip my kid when she was a baby. But that's because I was an asshole when I was a kid and I knew I was doing fucked up shit. And realistically, I want to protect I want to protect my child better than my parents protected me, because I got into a lot of shit that I shouldn't have gotten into as a teen, and that's because I didn't have very concerned parents growing up. And even as a concerned parent, you want to be able to allow your kid to live their life and make their mistakes without making critical, like life breaking mistakes, right? And this is what Discord's trying to do now. Since a lot of parents aren't monitoring their kids as readily as they should be, and they're getting access to these large social media platforms that could be predatory in some cases, could be showing them content that you as a parent shouldn't allow them to consume or shouldn't want them to consume. They're putting it they're taking matters into their own hands. Basically, we've already seen where Discord was banned in Turkey because of potential links to child trafficking or whatever the case was, and their concern over their youth. So now you see Discord finally taking a step and moving in that direction. Part of the problem is that for the older audience that may want to do things like me, I host stages. I do community events. I share content. I stream, right? For me to be able to be on this stage right now in the Discord where I am right here and being able to speak, I would have to have an age verified space, right? I would have to have an age verified account. Now, but what that means, and that's the thing, it's not as terrible as everybody's making it out to be, right? I went through it and I really read on this, and what it boils down to is that you have to do. No, it's not over, Kyle. It's not over, bro. It's hype. It's all the dramatic attention grabby bullshit that everybody always posts, okay? If you're not under 18, you're fine. Now, even if you are around 18 or 20, 22, if you look young, I don't look like I'm 15. Okay, I don't look under 18. And if I did, I'd feel blessed. But I don't. I'm 20 years older than I need to be for that, you know? And the age verification system is going to be a video, from what I've read, a video verification system or an image verification system where it is going to do age estimation. So, well, that's the thing. That straight KYC is the concern for a lot of people. As somebody who's older, you don't have to worry about needing straight KYC. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take your phone, put it in front of your face, and it's going to estimate your age based on your visuals. It's going to look at you and say, okay, I estimate that you're 25. I estimate that you're 30. I estimate that you're 60. Whatever the case is, it's going to estimate your age based on your appearance and whatever algorithm or analysis backend they have that takes care of that, right? So that's what they're going to do. And that's not going to be a problem for probably like 80 to 90% of the people over 20 or 25, right? But there's going to be issues with certain people where it's not going to be able to verify 100% that you're legal age to participate as not a teen. That's where the issue is going to come in. Okay, so if you're 25 with a baby face and you don't look old enough, it's going to flag you as not looking old enough, or that it's not going to be able to complete that verification, right? When it flags you as not being old enough or unable to complete that verification, you're then going to have to go through further KYC stuff, right? That's where there's going to be a lot of friction. So for somebody like me, I'm not going to have to go through all that. I'm just going to have to put my face in front of a camera, right? And that's not as big of a concern as being doxxed or being like full KYC. Full KYC is the concern for most people. And realistically, if you put your face image online, if you post a picture of yourself, if you do anything like that, your image is circulating around the internet already. So worrying about somebody stealing your likeness is silly, right? It's like everybody talking about, oh, AI, you give them all your data, blah, 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 blah. Bro, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're sharing what you ate for dinner, you share the stores and the places that you go to, you share the movies that you're watching, you're sharing your favorite things, you're sharing all of your potential, like security code, friggin' safety things that people may ask for password recovery. You disagree where, Baba? What's the disagreement? Go ahead, shoot it at me. Let me see what I can. Let me see. Okay, so Baba, is that not your likeness in your image? In your profile picture, is that not your likeness? Even if it is just a caricature, Is that not a likeness based on your image? Just flat out. Welcome in, UD. Nice to see you, buddy. Okay. So you're already sharing your likeness on the internet, bro. No, but you're already sharing your likeness on the internet. So if Discord verifies your age with your facial recognition or with facial imagery, right? And they do an age verification or an age estimation system, but they don't record that data. But and that's the other thing. They say that they're not supposed to keep that data long term in their systems, right? So um, age estimation, right? Discord users can choose to use facial age estimation or submit a form of identification to its vendor partners, with more options coming in the future, right? So on device processing, right? Video selfies for age estimation never leave a user's device, right? No, that's third party for the identity verification, right? Like the actual ID. But if you're using the facial estimation, it never leaves your device. Quick deletion. Identity documents submitted to our vendors partners are deleted quickly in most cases, immediately after age confirmation. I'm not 100% sure on, because they did have an issue where they were hacked for user information. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys, right? I don't give a shit. I'm not invested in Discord. Discord's not my fucking my own platform or anything, right? So Discord ID hacks, right? So 2025, October 2025, the security incident at 5CA, a third-party customer service provider, exposed data from a limited number of users who interacted with their support teams, right? So um involving third party. Here we go. October 3rd, TLDR. Uh, Hold on. Fucking, what am I doing here? Ask about this page. Here we go. Let's break it down real quick. Explain what data was exposed and shared, and who who was affected. Okay, us run through this real quick, because I'm not going to read, because I didn't look at this one before, but um, here we go. So who was affected? Incident impacted a limited number of users, general support users, age-related appeals. So this was this was based on data that was stored long term, because they had to appeal the age data, right? General support users. So past tickets or open support tickets. Personal information, contact details, technical data, communications, the messages that were exchanged with the customer support agents, limited billing information, and identification. Government images for a small subset of users, but that was basically around the identity verification and the appeals process. So it didn't actually expose the people who had verified. It exposed the people who were stuck in limbo, right? And so, like, full credit card informations weren't lost, no Discord accounts or passwords or authentication data, general messages or activities on Discord outside of interactions with the support team. So it sucks that this happened. A lot of people, I think something like 70,000 people were affected. But for the most part, with age verification, once you get past that initial identities spot, it deletes your shit. So you're good. Like it's a funny fuzzy area, right? Where, like, if you get stuck in appeals, your shit could be exposed. But if you get verified and your stuff is not an appeal, or they're not having trouble verifying your identity documentation, then you're good, because your information gets deleted off of their platform, right? My main concern is that afterwards, like, are they selling, like, are they planning on doing, like, advertisements where they're going to be selling ads to people, and then targeting those ads to people within specific demographics ranges, different location ranges, stuff like that? That's something that would concern me long term. But they've not indicated that anything like that will be being used. They haven't indicated anything like that about advertisements and stuff, or selling third party information. So I'm not 100%. See, that's where you might run into an issue then, Hamez. But at the same time, because you're not speaking on stages with me, like you've never come up on a stage, you've never participated as a speaker, you don't have to worry. So where we're going to start to see issues for me specifically as a community manager, I'm going to run into issues with like partners. Like when we had Matt Buxton come up, right? If he's not age verified, he can't come up and speak, right? When we had Ori Chain come up or Litter Bull, right? If the team doesn't have their age verification taken care of, they cannot come up and speak. So it's gonna be a lot more on the community managers and the community staffs end to make sure that projects and people who are going to be coming up and speaking are age verified, do have everything set up properly so that they can come up right away on stage and speak. Otherwise, the AMA is not going to happen. So it's a potential problem for functionality and flow of events for me as a CM, right? But for you as a user, there's no problem because you're just chilling in the space and watching and hanging out, right? Like there's no problem for you unless you want to come up and speak. Unless you want to access an NSFW photo, unless you want to access an age-restricted region of Discord or or community, right? And even then, like it, it's not that serious, bro. So I honestly I want to set it for age restriction for the community just so that we can eliminate a lot of the bots and potential spam. I would rather have that because now everybody has to be age verified, which means they have to do some form of KYC, even if it's a soft KYC. So to do that for all of your bot accounts is going to be a nightmare. But for you as a single user, it's not going to be that big of an inconvenience. And I would rather make sure that we have trusted regular participants that are verified as individuals. And I'm sure there's going to be ways to game it. There's going to be ways around it. But is it going to be that worth it for users to circumvent the system for a potential chance to win something? And that's where the line's going to be blurred a little bit and we're going to run into some issues. But I think ultimately it's going to be a good thing for Discord. Not only that, they're also doing a teen council. The teen council, they're going to have 10 to 12 teens, which will help ensure Discord understands, not assumes what teens need to know or what teens need, how to build meaningful connections, and what makes them feel safe and supported online. This is going to improve the environment for kids in Discord. Now, I'm an adult community, right? Like I smoke vapes. I talk about shit that people shouldn't be listening to as kids. Realistically, I'm not that bad. Like I'm not that wild with it. But at the same time, I have my innuendos. I have my jokes. I I'm a little wild when it comes to how I how I stream and how I interact with the community. Okay, but at the same time, I'm not. It's nothing like a kick stream or something with some of the kick streamers out there, Rumble streamers. So I'm not too concerned about that. But at the same time, I'd rather have it be an adult community where like if we're participating in crypto discussions, we're doing discussions on monetization and how to get your account monetized and how to be a public speaker and public figure in spaces and stuff. These are things that you shouldn't be participating in as a teen. I understand a lot of people as teens want to do this, but realistically, it's a rough space. It's gonna ruin you for your innocence and your childhood. Be a kid, have fun. Hopefully, your life allows for that, but like otherwise, dude, it's not that big a deal. It's really not. I don't think Discord's gonna die. I think Discord's something like 500 million plus users, halfway to the billion that Telegram has. It's more functional. It's got more opportunities for fun and engagement and games and real ways to connect with people and bots and all these things that you can do with Discord that makes it what it is and as enjoyable as it is. And if we could provide a safer experience for our children, and making sure that people are who they say they are and making sure that people are active, real participants. I don't think that this is necessarily as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. I don't think that Discord's going to die from this. I don't think that we're going to. We might see some friction. We might see some people drop off. Crypto communities are going to suffer a little bit because people don't want to dox. So if the age estimation system fails them, they're not going to want to participate. And that's something that I kind of expect, right? That's something that I think that we're going to see some drop off from. We're going to see the tinfoil hatters going, no, you can't have my data, even though their data is friggin' everywhere because they use a public cell phone on public sites, on public Wi Fi, sharing all their information through Google and Apple and all these other companies. Like, realistically, bro, if you're worried about an age estimation system, you're not going to make it unless you've got your profile and your personal data and everything so locked online that it's not being shared, or you know what, realistically not being online would be the only real way to keep your information fucking leaking out anyway. So like if you're worried about KYCing or KYC, I get a little bit to an extent. In most crypto now, you have to KYC to participate in anything, right? So if you're worried about KYCing, you're not gonna make it, bro, because a lot of the things that you have to participate in now are KYC reliant. So and the age estimation aspect is gonna make that so much easier. I'm going to do it when it comes out. Just to see how it is, see how it works. I'm doxxed. Like my name is out there. I'm Francis Cravatis. I'm from Pennsylvania. Like you know, I'm who I am. You know, I'm on the internet. I have my real name and information out there. Yeah, Baba. Technically, you are because they can find your X information. They can find your email information. They can connect your identity to you, connect your IP to your email to your stream. Like, how do you think that they're swatting people, bro? Like, you're technically, yeah, you're technically doxxed. Like, you're a real person with a real image. Okay. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to share your name. Like, doesn't like you're still technically doxxed, bro. This is the first full throttle I've had in a really long time, and it's really not as good as I remember it to be. All right, damn, there's a lot of you guys today. How's everybody doing? You guys checking out what's going on with Discord? So, how many of you guys are going to be concerned about this upcoming age verification? Well, yeah, Baba, you're old. We're both old, so like it's not that big a deal for us. The age verification is going to affect the youngins of the group, okay? But how many of you guys are actually concerned about the age verification system? How many of you guys are worried that this age verification is going to impact your experience on Discord in some way, shape, or form? All right, and I see Jerry typing. How many of you guys in the audience are concerned about it? Like, just saying. Like, if you're watching on a platform or something, and you're concerned about it, share your concerns. I mean, I'm happy to go over it with you guys. I'm happy to discuss it, and like, see if I can ease some of your stresses. Because realistically, I know that a lot of people are stressed out about it. I know a lot of communities are stressed out about it. I know that like people I work with are like, is this going to be the end for Discord? You know, and I honestly, guys, I don't see the issue. I don't like as I've age verification. If it was a full KYC requirement by default, I would be stressed out about it. But with the age estimation system, not so much. And another thing this solves is spam scam shit. Okay, guys? So, one of the things that I stress out a lot with is security on Discord, right? Now, sensitive content, you must be age assured. as an adult to unblur or turn the filter off, right? That's good. All accounts get teen by default. Phased rollout starting March 2026, including existing users. All right. Access to age restricted channels, servers, and app commands is limited to age assured adults. So those people who are not age assured will not be able to access this Discord moving forward. So make sure that you're age assured. Um, in what aspect do they not understand community, Tech Dan? Go into a little more depth with it so I understand where you're coming from. The DMs from people you may not know are routed into a separate message request inbox by default, and only age assured adults can change that. So you know, like the people that like, if you're not age assured, your DMs are automatically sorted for potential spam or scam, right? Which is something that you guys should be doing anyway. You should be turning off DMs by default for these servers because a lot of the time scams do get through. There's no way I can prevent every potential scam from coming through to your DM, right? There's always going to be somebody that's going to impersonate me or somebody else that's part of the staff. These are impossible things for us to manage 100% as moderators, as security, as the people handling security, as people handling. There's ways to limit it and restrict it a lot, but there's no way to prevent it 100%. So you've got to be sure, like you're taking safeguards. Friend request from unfamiliar users triggers warning prompts. I appreciate this because yeah. Hey Maya. Only age assured adults can speak on stages. Teens can listen but not go on mic. This is something that concerns me because a lot of the projects that I work with, a lot of the people that I work with in the space, tend to not be super Discord savvy. And sometimes even with like Litter Bull, I think they had to set up an account to come and join us because they're primarily TG. So these are some concerns that we do have. Um, Get out of teen mode. Users will need to pass age verification, facial age estimation, Discord's age inference system, or ID upload. Stronger teen safety posture. Everybody gets an age appropriate experience. As far as it has ID verification, I'm good with that, baby. Yeah, you're probably gonna have to age verify then, Hamez. But like, so long as you don't have any issues with the age verification process, you're not going to have an issue with the potential for data being stolen. So long as you don't have to go through like an appeal process or something, the data is not stored. It's deleted once your age is confirmed. So you're good. Um, but yeah, Tech Dan, please do elaborate. I want to hear more about the potential community members. Most of the individuals are below the appropriate age, and sadly, I'm not with them physically to assist with their community. Now, what we could do is I can do a live where I go through the age verification process and kind of like show you guys how it works. And then you guys can help your friends with it if you guys wanted to do that, right? Now, worst case scenario is that some of the people may be affected by this system. I'm by no means telling you guys to circumvent it. There are people who have, and that is a concern because that also means that people who are underage are viewing content and participating in content that they shouldn't be able to view or participate in. I'm not telling you to circumvent this. I don't want you to. I want you to be safe for your age. I want you to be able to experience the internet with as little corruption as possible. But I will definitely show you guys how to perform the tasks for the age verification. Um, I may get bypassed through as an age inference from the Discord's built-in system because I've been on Discord since 2016 or something like that. Well, how long have I been on Discord? Let's see. Let's see how long I've been on Discord. Yeah, 2016, June 12th, 2016. Okay. I've been on Discord for 10 years now, guys. I'm like I'm a Discord veteran for like half of your ages. Um I'm an old fuck. But yeah. So you're probably it's a one-time verification, Jerry. That's all it is. It's a one-time verification. You will not have to complete the verification multiple times. So this is another thing. It's not going to ask you every time you're trying to view age-appropriate content. Bro, get out of here. You're what? You're 12 years old? You're fucking 127 years old. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Um. So now, is this going to help with compliance? Is one of the things, right? Discord and other social media apps are having issues with age compliance in certain countries. This is going to help them become compliant. Hey, you ain't that old, Persephone. Get out of here. But how do you feel about the new system, Persephone? Do you think it's going to cause any issues? I can see it causing issues for some people, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. I don't think Discord's going anywhere. I think we're going to be just fine. And I think that it's going to add a layer of security and a layer of verification. Of course, there's always growing pains. And people are already overreacting about it. People are already going, "Oh my God, Discord's gonna die!" And I even reacted like that at first. I was like, Discord's gonna become a barren wasteland because nobody's gonna want to verify. But with the age estimation system, I think it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, I feel that. I think with the age estimation system, that's the smart way for them to go about it. Because if it's estimating your age based on your visual image, then you don't have to KYC fully. Then people are going to be more comfortable with it, especially the older population. I mean, if you're 50 years old, you're not going to want to KYC, and a lot of the people. Exactly. We KYC on games. We KYC on Steam. We KYC on Facebook. On all these platforms. We KYC. So what's the big deal? Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay, let me see. It says the bot disconnected. Sent disconnect notice. Huh. Does it look like it reconnected? Let me just verify that the stage is still tracking, guys, real quick. 1 second. I just want to make sure. Where's my bot? Where's my bot? Where's my bot? There's my bot. Slash stage track status channel CJF stage bang. Yeah, it's still going. I'm good. All right, just wanted to make sure that we weren't losing any tracking. Usually it's supposed to give a notification when it does start tracking again, but for some reason. Exactly, Persephone. If you'll KYC on a potential rug with a faceless, nameless team, then why give Discord lip? And this is something that we do every day in Web3, guys. This is something we do all the time in Web3. We KYC for all of these places, and then we have a problem with Discord, right? Like, are you serious? Let's see here. What the hell am I doing here? All right, we've got that. I just want to get the Discord back up so I can see if anybody chats. All right, so yeah, but basically, if you're a legit team, you'll have some more protections. You'll have less control and less ability to participate. If you're an adult who does nothing, you'll be treated as a team, and it'll be a little bit annoying, and you'll feel a little locked down until you verify your age. As an adult, once you verify your age, you get access to 18 plus communities. You have a little bit more likeliness that if you're participating in the 18 plus community, that your other people in the 18 plus community are verified, right? And most of the data that they use to verify your age is deleted immediately after verification. The video for age estimation stays on your device. It's never offloaded to another server. The KYC, like the full identification KYC, is deleted off of the third party's website once they verify you. There should be no real big concerns, right? Um, that's all it is, dude. Like we're good. But on that note, let's dive into some of these content posts. We're gonna go over the top three right now. Um, top three, maybe the top five. Okay, let's or well, not exactly the top five, but the contenders. Um, okay, A to Z. I want to go over a couple of these posts. That's a good point, Kyle. Um, you're probably still gonna have some level of maybe there'll be a hash or something that identifies your account. That if you end up verifying again, that hash is triggered or something. I'll see you later, Bubba. Some. Um, I I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know how they work with that. It would be nice if we could get like an AMA from the Discord team themselves. That'd be something I'd like to do. I'd like to hear from the Discord team themselves and see like what the actual plans are to circumvent people from verifying multiple accounts. I like that question. Actually, actually, let's see. Deletion actually means Discord says ID images are deleted quickly. Most cases by the age verification vendors. What is kept is a flag or record that your account is an adult age group, not the underlying photo or ID file. Video selfies are processed on device, so they don't need to keep your passport scanned forever to remember this account is 18 plus. Multi-account abuse. There's no hard public spec on all the anti-abuse details, but the building blocks they mention give them several levers. Account level status. Once an account is age assured, Discord marks it as adult. If you make a brand new account, it will not inherit that status automatically and will go through the same process. Age inference model. They run a background model that uses signals like account history, behavior, and metadata. Judgment of an account. Okay, that can flag suspicious pattern. Many new adult alts from the same environment. Vendor side checks and rate limits. Even if raw ID images are deleted, vendors can still enforce rules like this ID or device can't be used for unlimited new verifications by storing anonymized tokens or hashes instead of full documents. So that's potential. Um, and you got to remember um, these third party like age verification systems are focused specifically on age verification systems, right? They're not necessarily focused on preventing multi accounts, right? See, the problem is then is that then you have to store your face data, and people don't want to store their data. That's where the problem comes in. So it doesn't prevent Discord or its partners from keeping enough minimal abstracted information, flags, tokens, risk scores, age group to rate, limit, or scrutinize repeated verifications while still claiming not to retain your actual ID image. So even if it doesn't retain your actual image, they can still have certain flags or hashes trigger that may trigger a suspicious warning or something that prevents somebody, and that's probably where like the appeals process comes in too, right? um So it's going to be possible to create multiple accounts, different emails, devices, networks, or even IDs. Discord is not tying one legal identity to exactly one account in public docs. But they are making it harder for you to get a number of age verified accounts. You can't just programmatically spin up a bunch of 18 plus accounts anymore, is what it is. So this is going to make it harder for people who bot, especially as more servers decide to say, you know what, screw it. We're just going to go 18 plus. You have to be age verified to participate. And that's something I could see happening more, but I can see that also excluding teens and kids from having safe places to participate for like gaming talks and stuff like that. So like I see potential issues with it, but I see the good behind it. I see why they're trying to do it. A lot of it is mainly around legal compliance, I'm sure. So we'll see. We will see what happens, guys. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's gonna hurt Discord long term all that much. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, gonna take this out, gonna take that out, gonna take that out, gonna take that out. Bang. All right, got that, got that. I have too many windows open. There's a couple of people's posts that I want to go over today. Yes, Fire. If you left now, you should be fine because you've been here the whole time, dude. There's a couple people's posts I want to go over for today. We did a competition last week. The competition was based on the AMA that we held, or the AMAs that we held the other week. So we had multiple AMAs that week. We had two AMAs. We had one for Arai Chain and we had one for Litter Bowl. The choice was yours. Which one you wanted to participate, or which one you wanted to review. Okay. Um. What do you mean, Arceus? Oh, you know what? It will mess with people who you do Zealy. Because realistically, if you can't access the server because you're not age verified and it's an age verified required server, then you're not going to be able to participate. But again, we're an 18 plus server here. Even though I'm sure there are people who participate who aren't 18 plus, we're an 18 plus server. So you need to be you'll need to be age verified here. Yes. So like if you need to join a Discord server for Zealy or Galaxy Quest, then you're going to be limited to ones that you can participate in based on age requirements. What? Why would it? Why would it encourage race discrimination, Emmanuel? Okay, we can close this out. Get this up. All right, so we're going. If you guys love that though, because Zealy gets spotted. No, yeah, you're right. Zealy does get botted bad. But those people who have bots tend to not always make it into the running. So I'm not too worried about it. They end up getting screwed a lot of the time. They don't they it's effort waste and time waste. So, but yeah, please elaborate, Emmanuel. What do you mean it'll discourage race discrimination if they do it on account creation? All right, so we're looking at some of these posts from last week. And I'm gonna go over a couple of them. I'm gonna give some pointers on these and some feedback and live thoughts on these. And those of you who did participate, who might have um, generated some slop, just know I know that you generated slop. You create long enough, you know what to look for. Um, like, dude, come on, please stop submitting garbage and expecting to win. Like I'm as real as they come. I'm gonna tell you flat out. Um, Oh yeah, exactly, Persephone. I hate Zilly because of that. And I try to do my best as a community manager to ensure that everything's fair and equitable while also being somewhat challenging. I want some effort from our campaigns. I don't expect people to participate and just click like and share and shit like that. And lately with changes to the structure of Zilly and like budgeting and stuff, it's of course it's changed how I operate this Illy, but um, it is what it is. Hopefully soon that'll change again, but it is what it is. Markets are markets. Um, so I notice I'm gonna go over Compass Boys first. I really like Compass Boys. Okay, I didn't choose Compass Boy because Compass Boy was missing a lot of opportunities here for like um, imagery and emojis and kind of just livening up the post. I don't like seeing long text blocks. Right, and a lot of people don't like seeing this because it's a lot to read through, and it's just one big monotonous like flow, right? It might, but you know what? You might get hit by a car tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, I don't think it's going to cause any issues with race discrimination. I think if anything, you'll end up having issues where, like in countries where people age gracefully, like Asia, um, it's South America, that you might be more likely to be flagged as being underage and have to KYC. But like realistically, as far as race discrimination goes, I don't think that it's going to have any play on that. But I really liked his post here, right? I joined the Litterbull AMA because I wanted to understand how a Telegram native game plans to move beyond hype into a sustainable in game economy. I like that. It's not great as a hook, but it's not terrible as a hook either, right? I might have changed this up. I might have been like, did you catch the Litterbull AMA? I loved learning. I loved learning and um, okay, one second, my brain. Um, did you catch the latest Litterbull AMA on their new native Telegram game? Something to generate interest, something to give like a little hint as to what you're talking about in your post or in your thread, and to catch the attention. It can be dramatic. Isn't because of Discord. It'd be because of the countries that shouldn't be on Discord. Sucks for people from Dubai, places like that. Yeah, Dubai, Turkey, any place where Discord is banned. I can see that being a potential issue. But I like also that I can see these regulations getting these regions unbanned because they're putting like age first verification protocols and shit into their system now. So I can see Turkey revisiting whether or not Discord should be allowed in their country, for instance. So there's that. Um, so when it comes to the hook, right? Short and sweet. Something that's attention grabbing, something that's catching, something that'll generate interest, but also kind of explains what you're talking about can be really efficient. You want to with the first short succinct sentence, you want to catch the reader's attention and get them to commit to reading more. All right. You don't want to just explain what your post or what your thread is going to be about. Because even though that helps, you can do that in the rest of the post. Grab the attention first, right? I jumped into the Litterbull AMA because I wanted to understand more about native Telegram gaming. And that could be something that can catch somebody's attention, right? The longer the sentence is, the more they have to read, the more likely it is that they may just skim over it. So something short, something simple, something quick. That's like the first 2 or 3 seconds of a video, right? The only difference is that this is a text post. It's not a video post, right? So the graphics helps because that's one of the things that catches the eye first when you come into a post, right? Come into a post, the graphic is the first thing that you hit because it's right there. It's in your face. I'm like, wait, what is this? The graphic for this one wasn't great. Um, it's just a screenshot. It's a weird format. It looks odd. It's not a full image in the backgrounds here or anything. So that's a little funky, right? The text aspect of this thread wasn't bad. TG games are easy to try, hard to scale. I wanted to hear the thinking directly from the team, right? Going in, I expected a smooth. This is part of the problem that I've noticed with you guys too, right? You take everything that I post as like guidelines and then you go into it like excessively literally and almost excessively literally to the point where you're putting my prompt for what I expect from you guys into your post. Going in, I expected a smooth like this was like what was your expectations for the AMA, right? So instead of going in, I expected a smooth promotional AMA focused on growth and excitement. I actually assumed most answers would be high level, especially around gameplay mechanics and onboarding. I was hoping that this AMA would be focused on the growth and excitement. I went through all the posts for us. I have to share all the information to you guys about like what my feedback was for the individual posts. I have all of them. And I have them ready. I just haven't posted them to the Discord sections yet. So I will get that done today. So for this, going in, I expected a smooth promotional AMA focused on growth and excitement, right? I actually assumed most answers would be high level, especially around gameplay mechanics and onboarding. I was looking forward to learning more about the gameplay mechanics and onboarding that Litterbull that I would experience with the Litterbull game. I was hoping to find out more about their growth and how they plan on generating excitement around the game. Now you've transformed it from my prompt, right, into your genuine thought, right? That makes a better post. It makes me feel like you took the time and effort to put into creating a post that focused on what I expected from that second post, but didn't like try to just word for word it. It also makes me understand that it wasn't fully AI generated. Because usually when you do the prompting for these posts, right? Where like what was my expectation going into this yo crib, what's up brother? You're next. Get ready. Um it changes the prompts that you give it based on what my expectations were. I expect that from an AI. I expect going in. I expected a smooth. It reiterates what the expectations are that I posted, and it posts it into that post or creates it as part of that post in that way, right? And this is something that's like a telltale sign of GPT, right? The AMA, hosted by Taurus Rush, was structured but not rigid. Questions came directly from the community, and some needed clarification. Topics like onboarding flow and milk slash liter conversion would have been better. Conversion triggered follow ups, and the team slowed down to explain instead of rushing through. I love that the team took their time explaining some of the complex topics that we discussed. The milk liter conversion confused a lot of the users and a lot of the community, but they took their time to explain the onboarding flow, the milk liter conversion, and follow up on concerns with the community. Right? Yeah, yeah. Run, crib, run. Um, I appreciate that Taurus Rush hosts a very unstructured, less rigid AMA, and it made it all the more enjoyable. That would have completely changed this post and made it more relatable, more conversational, less like a prompted response, right? I want these things to feel natural. Your audience, your viewers want these things to feel like natural posts. Okay? They want to feel like you're talking to them and explaining an experience that you had or sharing why, right? They should be participating in these things, okay? What stood out was the team communication style. When confusion surfaced, they didn't reflect or they didn't deflect. Sergey and AK acknowledged what still needs work and explained how they're iterating. Tone felt conversational, not defensive, more like builders listening than presenters selling. It's amazing when an AMA is more conversational than just somebody pitching a sale to me. They weren't there telling me to buy their token or jump into their game. They were explaining how the game functions. They were clearing up confusion. The team was there and acknowledged that there was work that still needs to be made and that they're continuing to iterate as they build. Right? Simple, straightforward, nice flow. It brings the user into the conversation and into your experience and what happened during the AMA without you being so like pointed and like it's almost like bullet pointy talking points like, and it feels odd, guys. Like, really put thought into how it reads back. And this is why I always tell you guys, when you guys create a post, read it. Read the entirety of the post. Read it 2 to 3 times. Read it 4 times. Get to the point where you're really grasping what the feel of of the post is. Okay? Because this will help you connect better with your audience, for one, create a banger post compared to the general post that you might have posted before, and potentially even win the competitions that I host, guys. I want to see you guys progress. I want to see you guys do better. Learn, grow, and potentially earn together. That's what I say every time, right? Learn, grow, potentially earn. And that's what this community's been focused on for the past year. And you know what? Some of you guys have done amazing growth. Some of you guys recently have started to regress a little bit. And I think that's because like we've been intermittently hosting events and then not hosting events and stuff like that. So I think I might have to start cracking the whip on you guys a little bit, all right? But let's continue here. The AMA felt less like a marketing space and more like a feedback loop. Leaderboard is clearly early, but the team seems intentional about fixing friction points before scaling. That honesty made the session feel genuinely useful. I like this post. This post felt good. Crib, you've grown a lot. Shut up. The AMA felt so. This wasn't just a marketing space. This wasn't just promotion. This was a feedback loop. This was Litterbull coming in and sharing their vision for their product and getting feedback from the community on their direction and where they are now. Right? Virion! What's up, V? So this is good. I like the last part here. You shared the Telegram for you to get involved with the game. This is a good opportunity for you to post a yeah, I posted it this morning on the events, but I didn't make any announcement around it. I probably should have. We still had a really good turnout though. We had like 80 or 90 people show up, so I'm happy about that. I like to come be a friend. That. This is our slogan, guys. Come be a friend. Come be a friend. Come join in on the fun. Discord.gg/CJN friends. This is our link for anybody who isn't participating in the Discord right now that might be watching and you want to come and join in. Come hop in, join in on the fun, come be a friend. www.discord.gg/CJN friends. We're here, we're live usually 2 or 3 days a week. It all depends. Um, See, that's what I mean. Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, you want to 90 to 1 buy. But like you want to make people, you want to generate interest from the post. You want to hook people early with a good succinct hook in the beginning, short, sweet, engaging, dramatic, something to make somebody question or pique a curiosity or even enrage somebody into sticking around to look and see what you're saying. Media helps so much throughout the post. It keeps people from just looking at one big wall of text. I can scroll through this and it all looks the same. It's boring to me. Okay. Um, you can use screenshots and stuff, but post it more meaningfully. Don't just like screenshot and then like leave it cropped like this. Make it into a full post. Maybe take it and run it through a quick Canva or something to make it its own full size picture, so you don't have all this black space around it. Um, See, that's something that I try to encourage. We like for Jay. Jay used some of the media kit from Leaderable. I try to share the media kits for all the projects that participate, so that they have media that they can post and share through. I, he upset me a little bit with these though, because he knows better, right, Jay? You know better. But let's do Cribs real quick because Crib did video, and I love video. Right? Video increases your dwell time on a post. If you're making a media post, right, and you're using video, the likelihood is you're going to get people that stick around longer to see what happens on your video, right? And that helps. All right. But Crib did some big no-nos with the videos on these. Imagine we're going to start off with the text part of the post because that's the one of the major parts of the post that I focus on. The media should be complementary to the post itself. All right. Yes, Jay, I'm roasting you. Um All right. So media should be complementary to the post. It should yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, like and not only that, when you have a repeatable video, it actually, and if you do the loop right, so you have a video that loops and you do the loop right with the sound looping perfectly, people that are looking through stuff and then may put their phone down will forget that they're looking through stuff, and if it's looping properly, they'll never think that it's ended or that the video stopped and restarted. And as fucking cringy as that can be, that's perfect for engagement. Because I have times where I'm cooking, right? And I've got my phone running, and if it's looping on a video from a post, and I was trying to like listen in or glance over, and then I realized like 5 minutes later that it's just looping the same like 8 or 10 seconds of video, and I've been on that page for entirely too long because I was just listening to audio cues or for audio cues and not really paying attention, right? So that's something that you can use to your advantage as a content creator. But imagine if blockchains could understand actions. Could understand action. Yeah, you heard that right. What if a smart contract could ask, is this transaction safe? And AI checks it and gives a trusted answer. That's exactly why I was so much interested. The tech that makes transactions safer. I still have no friggin' clue what you're talking about up here. Of course, I will, Varion. Oh, yeah? Let me see. Hold on. I got somebody tagging me on X. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, where's my tag? What'd you tag me on? I don't see the tag. What tag, Persephone? Are you tagging this account? Because this is just my burner account. This is shit that I use for Zealy quests and stuff like that, and like moderation, like reviewing and stuff because it's attached to my work email instead of my business instead of my personal email. So if you're let's see, use Taurus Rush. That's my my persona everywhere. So if yeah, in case you didn't in case you added Task Runner, this is not my account, guys. Just so you know. But let me see. Go back over here real quick. Notifications. Yeah, I don't see any notifications from you. Damn it. All right. I'll wait. I'll wait for you to. I'll wait for you to tag me on the right account. Um. So this post here could have been a lot better, bro. It's okay. I'm sure you were just looking at the account name that I have here, and like yeah, not my actual account. Um. So imagine if blockchains could understand action. You didn't tag the project that the AMA was being hosted for anywhere up here, even though you included the information here. That's a missed opportunity, right? If you tag a project, right, and they like or interact with your post within the first 5 or 10 minutes, it amplifies your FYP. If you don't tag it, or if you do tag it and they don't respond, then that's a little bit rough because it hurts your engagement. Likelihood is that they probably would have engaged. They probably would have given you a like or something at least, right? So that's always something that helps. Um, but imagine if blockchains can understand action. I really don't understand what's happening with this post. I don't understand what you're talking about just yet because, oh, on. Whoop. That works. That works. Let's see. Let me get back to the stage here real quick. Bang. All right. So, guess I can't multitask, but here's a day in my life as a friend farmer. See, this was like AI generator or something probably. Because I don't actually see this as a part of the game, right? Oh, this is a different game, right? This is a different game. Okay, so I thought this was for Litter Bowl, and I was like, wait, no, this isn't the right shit. Like, what the fuck? Setting the wrong expectations, guys. Um, but yeah, no, that's cool. Okay, so this is the post here, right? Bought gems, we gave you more friend. We're also kicking off. I hate the style of this post. This is AI generated 100%. This is 100% AI generated. I don't like this post at all. Um, but the video looks cool.
Welcome. Why are you running?
Yeah, I haven't posted it yet.
Oh my god. Yeah, boy. Welcome.
See that welcome in the beginning ruins it kind of though. Because because if you put the welcome at the end, right? And have it start off with the initial video at the end, right? And have it lead into the initial video from the beginning, it would loop through to the end better, and it would probably get you an extra run through. All right, Annie, I'll share it with you soon. It's definitely the cold, dude. I my sinuses have been backed up. I've been bleh. Um, I fucking it's the last 2 weeks, and I know you're feeling it too, Persephone. Like the fucking cold has been crazy the last couple of weeks. But so back to this because I keep getting fucking sidetracked because my squirrel brain is squirreling. Um, I don't know what's going on here, right? So yeah, it was like negative 10 degrees the other day. I was not feeling it. Um, so imagine if blockchains can understand action. It's not a bad hook. It makes me curious. It makes me wonder what's going on, right? But you could have reimagined that a little bit. So wondering how AI fits into blockchain. Like are you exploring AI and a fan of blockchain? Then RI Chain could be the project for you. RI Chain could be the platform for you. RI Chain could be the chain for you. Like there's a bunch of different ways to generate interest. This is very obscure. It's short. It's sweet. And you know what? But I also don't understand what you mean. Could understand action. Like it's very obscure, right? And it makes it a little bit difficult for me. What do you mean the numbering is kind of awkward from that other post from this one? This I don't like this at all, dude. Like I hate this whole post. This whole post bothers me. It screams AI. Automatic turn off for me. Um so Are you diving into AI, X blockchain, or iChain could be the chain for you? Yes, you heard that right. What if smart contracts could be checked by AI for you and give you an answer on if they're trusted or not? This is one of the main things that interest me. Tech that makes my experience safer, right? Um, yeah, this post here, this one bothered the hell out of me. But the main thing that really bothered me with this crib was the video. Okay, sounds really loud, right? So like, sounds really loud when it starts off. The video bothered me because you put the background, which is kind of like our CJF background, in here, which isn't bad, right? The video was kind of cool. I do admit that. You put these in here, but they have weird backgrounds to them and they're boxed out. I don't like that, right? The text here is very plain. I like the styling on this one better. The Web3 AI integration of future tech, that's good. This whole thing is good. I would have cropped this bottom part out, made this a little bit bigger, right? And kind of incorporated the text these boxes a little bit better possibly, but the images here are all stretched. The way the text is underneath these. That's one thing that could have been improved by stretching this box out a little bit and limiting this imagery here. You misspelled my name, bro. Um is it like, what the hell? But that's like, these are like little things that you didn't pay attention to that you could have paid attention to. CJF X or I chain, you could have put the arrows, the two arrows together, right? And that could have been like CJF or I chain. That would have looked pretty good. I don't like the X. The X seems very plain. It almost seems like it could be part of one of the names or something. So that's something that you could have improved upon. But just the general layout, these images here like really bother me, and then the text styling here compared to the text styling here, and the blur. It looks a little blurry, which is weird for me. Considering you did the post yourself, you did the video yourself in CapCut, you could have done a lot better with this, bro. Many of us get scammed because smart contracts are confusing, and we often trust the platform or sign without fully understanding. I was eager to see how the team planned to use AI to boost security, verify transactions, and reduce scams, and really understand their vision. Um, Again, this one's not bad because it's more conversational, but there's other ways that, like, read the phrasing of it, try to rephrase it a couple times, try to get a really good flow to the conversation points that you're making, um and kind of make it less like pointed information and more about like your experience and sharing a journey, as almost a story. Storytelling is kind of what we do with content creation, right? We're telling stories more than we're just sharing information. Now there are people who just share information, and that's okay for certain posts. But this one, many of us get scammed because smart contracts are confused. This one wasn't bad. I think this one came out pretty good. I was eager to see how the team planned to use AI to boost security, verify transactions, and reduce scams, and fully understand their vision. The again, the this isn't bad, but it's just a text version of what I asked you to what I asked you to produce, right? Like, I got a bing from somewhere. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. Okay, whatever. Why is that, Amez? These graphics definitely could have been improved upon. This could have been improved upon. The text styling could have been improved upon. You used the generic basic text styling. These are all things that you could have edited pretty quickly, except for these two. So that's something that you could have worked on there. These especially because the logo graphics are. Ugh. But the general post was pretty good. If you're gonna include something, make sure that you're including it meaningfully and that it fits and that it's good quality. If it's bad quality like this, you're better off using a GIF, bro. Realistically, use a GIF. Like expectations set, right? That's a let's see what that pulls up real quick. Expectations set, right? Let's see. Okay. Set expectations. Okay, so some of these aren't too great. You could eh, yeah, you might have had to search a little bit for a good GIF for that, based on the expectations. Um, but that's part of the deal, right, bro? All right. So the AMA started strong. The team explained what ah the AMA started strong. The team explained why RI chain is, why they start, what RI chain is, why they started it, and the problems they're solving. Host asked questions that dove deep into their vision, tech, and structure. Team answered clearly, showing this is like it's very like stiff. It's very rigid, guys. Like it, the AMA started strong. The team explained what RI chain is. I got the chance to experience what RI chain is from the vision of the founder. The questions that were asked helped really dive deep into their vision, tech, and structure, and they explained it in a way that was understandable even for someone less techy like me. Right? Like it flows better. It feels better. It's not just me stating like little points or something, or like flow of the AMA. It's me relating my experience within the AMA, right? A little bit better, a little more human, right? Because this feels very like it feels so stiff, bro. Like loosen up, relax a little bit, right? Kick back. But not bad. The text behind it isn't bad, but the way that you present the information and the way that the post flows is kind of the problem there. And that's something that I expected a little better from you for Abraham. Uh, Team seems credible and user focused, and like it feels very rigid, bro. Team seems credible and user focused, and the AI Oracle tech is promising. My red flag roadmap lacks clear timeline for key features. Some tech is live, but advanced AI agents, cross-chain tools, and full EVM support are still in development, making adoption timing uncertain. I like this part. This part, not so much, right? So the team seems credible and user focused. I felt like the co-founder of Mr. Second, because he called himself Mr. Second or whatever. I feel like Mr. Second was very user focused. He seemed very knowledgeable on the tech and how the AI Oracle is meant to function. He shared a lot of information on that, but there was a lot of lacking information too, like the roadmap and timelines around it. The tech that is live is there's a lot of tech that isn't live yet that we're expecting to come live based on their roadmap, and it's a little bit of a red flag for me. Humanize it, humanize it, make it flow a little bit better. It make it conversational. This is why I call it being conversational when you're posting, because when a post is conversational, it helps a lot for the flow of the text in the conversation. Okay. Um. What? But what? Woo! Good news. All right. Let me get back over here real quick. Um. All right. So we're running out of time for us. I might extend this a little bit longer. But I wanted to get over Abraham's real quick because I know Abraham's here, and like Abraham's progressed a lot in the last year. And I'm trying to me going over these posts should be helping you with your post. Realistically, take the topics of conversation that I'm pointing out on each of these posts and see how it would apply to your post if you were reading your post. Right? Going over each individual post, we had how many fucking submissions did we have? Hold on. We had 23 submissions, right? If I went over each of them in depth, I would be here for 5 or 6 hours with you guys. And I just can't do that. But I do have uh like here, if you look, right, I have all of the internal notes for all of these. A lot of them centered around hooks. A lot of them centered around like potential issues with like media or lack of media. A lot of you guys were hurt because of lack of media, guys. So like include media, some sort of media, a GIF, an image, create a Canva image, create a video. Well, one of the people who won, right? Casey didn't have any video at all, right? She just had clear, concise, like supplemented um imagery, right? She didn't have like oh my expectations or what I expected going into the AMA or anything like that. It was just really good imagery that supported their post. And that's something that goes a really long way in content creation because it gives a visual element to the text element, to the reading element. It gives the eyes a break and the brain a break for processing the information that is being presented in a certain way, right? And it gives them something to enjoy visually, which helps your post, helps your reach. Um, After the AMA, my take is simple. Or chain is worth watching. The team is focused, the tech is live, and their AI Oracle vision is unique. There are risks with roadmap clarity and adoption timing, but the potential impact is real. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Again, it's more the conversational aspect of it, Crib. Um, I think that Ori Chain is worth keeping an eye on. The team is focused and they're building. The tech is live and the AI Oracle is unique. I think that there's some issues, of course, with the roadmap, clarity, and adoption timing. But simply put, I think that they're going to have a real impact on the Web3 space, right? Just shifting that around, changing the wording of that post would have gone a really long way towards helping users connect a little better to you as somebody telling a story than to you just pushing information in their face. And it feels like it's less rigid, it's more relaxed, it feels more comfortable to read through, it feels more natural. There's opportunities there to improve the posts, Grib. Make sure you're reading and rereading them. Um, Final takeaway: this wasn't bad. I actually like this one better than I like the other ones because you didn't have the things there. The 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 logos. Because the logos look terrible, dude. I'm sorry, bro. Like I don't know what you did. But that hurt your thread so much. Um, Come hang out with us and be a part of the community. The Discord link, call to action is good. Check out Ori Chain at ori.io. You did a DYOR, never trust DMs. I like the warnings. I like the basically this is not financial advice. These are good things to include. Double check everything to protect your funds. This is good. This helps. All right. You did good, Crib, but the way that you worded it and the media that you included hurt you more than helped you. Um, we're Casey, I know that you're starting to branch out into helping other projects with content. So I'm going to give you a quick run through here. I just discovered a Telegram game where you tap 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 and earn. I too have once tapped my fingers to glory, but this is different. Trust me. I joined their AMA recently after a mutual kept shrieking about it on my timeline. I had to check it out. Here's my honest review. I the hooks. All of you suffered a little bit with your hooks. Okay, I'm going to say that right now. All of you suffered a little bit with your hooks. Um, are you tired of games where you just tap 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 to earn? Well, I just discovered one that goes a little beyond that on Telegram. Check Litterbull has me tapping my fingers to glory in a different way this time. I joined the AMA recently after a friend kept shrieking about the game on my. That's a little more. Eh, hold on. Let me get my brain around this real quick. I gotta stimulate it. I gotta get it working. Um. So the I just discovered a Telegram game where you tap 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 and earn, right? Are you tired of simple Telegram games where all you do is tap? I found a game that goes slightly beyond that or a little beyond that and adds some unique elements to a played out genre, right? It gives you a little depth into hey, this is another tap tap game, but there's a little more to it, and that may pique somebody's interest and get them reading more to find out what really is different. But then at that point, you have to explain what is different about it within your review, within your post, within your thread. Um, a lot of these things that I'm trying to teach you to pay attention for, aren't things that I can simply like tell you do this or don't do this. I can give you a general idea of it, a thought on how to process this and post, a thought on how to structure things and make them better, right? I can't tell you exactly what to do without me being your shoulder buddy on every post, right? Like I can't. It's more about you shifting your thoughts and your functional flow of creation so that you are creating better posts naturally. It's almost like muscle memory for coding, except it's brain processing for how you're structuring your posts and then creating it. Like for instance, my post this morning wasn't anything spectacular, right? Like my post this morning, I wanted to get a good hook on it, right? Are you stressing over the upcoming Discord age verify? GM friends, today we dive into this during the Creators Corner at CJF. We will be going over the new changes with the community, what this means for us in the industry, and whether it's the end of Discord as we know it. I fucked that up or not. I should have put or not there. See, even I make mistakes. I put this up in like 5 minutes though. I didn't spend 3 days working on this post. This was like a 5 minute post, right? We will also be diving into some of the posts from our last competition, sharing ways to improve the media, posting structure, and hooks. Come be a friend, Discord link in bio, and join the discussion at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UTC today. Simple graphics media. I didn't do anything fucking spectacular with it. I just included this in as a part of the thing, and it didn't do phenomenal, right? I got 86 views since 10:45, so it's what almost 2 hours later. I'm probably not gonna get much better views than this. It is what it is. Fuck it, right? Um, but yeah. Let's see. Let me go back to what I was doing here. I like the graphics though. Your graphics are always pretty spot on, Virion. I know they're AI generated, but you have good graphic content to accompany your posts, and I enjoy that. But yeah, so I just discovered a Telegram game where you tap to earn, but there's a spin on it. And then check out Leaderbull with me as we explore what the difference really is as we tap to glory. I joined their AMA recently because a mutual kept pushing me to check it out, and I was not disappointed, right? Or if you were disappointed, I was left wanting. I'd like something to say, hey, like I jumped in, I expected more, without saying I jumped into the well, yeah, you could even say that. I jumped into the AMA and I was expecting more, but I'm excited for the future. There's so many different ways you could take it, and it's more about like naturally naturally flowing the conversation while getting your points through, right? And making it feel good to the reader. I would have spaced this out. I would have put this on a separate line. Um, when I joined the AMA, I expected the usual team introducing themselves, Sir Gay and AK. That's what I heard. I thought that was cute and funny. You put some humor in there. I don't know how Sergey felt about that one, but yeah. Then they introduced CJ. Oh, did you want me to go over yours real quick, buddy, or do you have to go? Because I don't. Is Virion even here anymore? Virion, I haven't seen you speak at all in a few minutes. All right, brother. I'll catch you. I'm gonna toss all the information into the posts on the threads and stuff. So you'll be able to get that information anyway, bro. And if you guys need any help, you know I'm around. Tag me when I'm available. I'll be able to come and give you a hand. I appreciate you, brother. You have a good day. Varion, are you here? V. I don't see her. Am I talking to myself? Where the hell'd she go? I think she left. She ditched. Damn it. All right. Forrest, are you still here? Yeah. Yeah, because I know Forrest was looking for it. I'm gonna do one or two more. So, 1 second. Where is it? There it goes. Forrest. All right. So, with your start here, Forrest, I almost skipped the leaderboard AMA. Another Telegram clicker game. We've seen dozens. Not a bad hook, right? But at the same time, it's like, well, if you almost skip the AMA, why am I going to read your post, right? Um, Not skipping the leaderboard AMA, thinking it was just another Telegram clicker game, was a great decision. Or I'm so glad that I didn't skip this leaderboard AMA because I thought it was just another Telegram clicker game, right? Like something like that can grab your attention still, and at the same time be like, hey, like I thought this was just gonna be some bullshit, and it wasn't some bullshit, and I'm glad, right? And putting that into words that flow really well and grab the attention of the user, right? So, and I'm thankfully, I didn't skip this leaderable AMA thinking it was just another Telegram clicker game. I know we've seen dozens of them, but I saw their roadmap with AI generated worlds, DAO governance, and VR through this year, and it's an ambitious project. I was not expecting this, and I need to see if the team can back this up, right? Like, it's a difference to the flow, right? I what you did post was good there. I did like how you had the post, but you also have no real imagery around it. Also, where you put the thread, I like realistically, I would have put that down on its own line. I don't like that. Like that should be like almost an afterthought, right? To me. So like something like that, right? Like put it just put it below, right? Um, why did it format this way? That's so weird. This is a little weird. Okay, I kind of see why you did that. You didn't have to include the thread thing. I mean, realistically, I never do, right? So, like something like this isn't bad. You could have removed this if you were worried about like um character count. Um I almost skipped the leaderboard AMA, another Telegram clicker game. Um Hmm. Hmm. Sorry, guys. I was kind of focusing on it. So thankfully I didn't skip the at literable AMA. Oh fuck. Wait. Got that. All right. So thankfully I didn't skip the leaderable AMA. Turns out it's not just another clicker game. Their roadmap is ambitious. AI generated worlds, DAO and VR planned for this year. Their roadmap is ambitious. AI generated worlds, DAO, and VR planned for this year. This isn't just a TG clicker, it's an ambitious full ecosystem. Let's see if they can walk the walk. Because the saying, if you can talk the talk, let's see if you can walk the walk. So that automatically implies that, which helps and saves you uh, what was it, character limits, right? So this is me doing this is all on spot for me, guys. So like I don't have this up or anything. Like I didn't rewrite this for you. I'm just kind of trying to help with that, right? Um, walk the walk, right? And that gives you some imagery connected to it, right? So that's your media right there. You don't have to create full custom graphics for every fucking post you make, you know? But you want to include some sort of media. You want to include something that breaks up the monotony of a full text post, because otherwise it gets really boring really quick. Like it all just looks the same, right? But like a nice conversational flow, a good hook that captures people's attention. Um, this sounded very like bearish, and it seems like you're bullish by the end of it, right? So like try to get the positivity in the beginning, or the drama in the beginning, like for the direction of where you're posting, to kind of hook the attention in the way that they're expecting. Because you almost switch gears here, from the beginning of the post to the end of the post, which isn't necessarily bad, but expected the usual vague community first answers. This is I don't mind bullet points, but I don't like excessive bullet points. And this post should have been generally conversational. And if you look at it like my final takeaway, you're like prompting all of your posts as you're going through it. Expected the usual, right? You could have done this very differently and made it such a better post, right? So I expected the usual. Another AMA, another vague community first answer, dodging all the tokenomics questions because they don't have everything. They don't have all the answers that you need, or that you'd expect, or whatever. Like I expected the usual. I expected this to be just another typical AMA with vague community first answers. I thought that they were going to be dodging tokenomics questions that they couldn't answer clearly or were afraid to answer publicly, and I was expecting over promises on all of the timelines. I prepared hard questions about their 90% player allocation, the AI IP ownership mess, and how they'd avoid the Axie death spiral. Low expectations to be. Okay, so I had low expectations coming in. I expected vague answers, dodging questions, and overpromising on timelines. I had hard questions prepared, and I was sure that they weren't going to be able to answer or deliver. Right? Expectations done. Right? They actually showed up prepared. Forum submissions plus live Q&A format worked well. Team didn't dodge hard questions about whale voting dominance or funding runway. Most surprising, they admitted what they don't know yet: AI, NFT, IP ownership, rare honesty. I wasn't prepared for them showing up prepared. The format of the AMA went well with pre-submitted questions and live Q&A. The team showed up and didn't dodge questions and admitted where they didn't have all the answers. I felt a level of honesty that is rare in the space from their team, right? It flows better. It's conversational. Read the post back to yourself, and if it reads funny, yeah, you didn't enter, girly. Shush. Um, and if it reads funny, edit it, adjust it, rework it, because you guys spent a lot of time. How long did you spend on this post for us? Just a ballpark. You spent 10 days dodging doing the post, which is why you didn't have one. Shush, Curly. That's not a bad time frame. That's not a bad time frame at all, dude. 30 minutes for this post feels about right. Now, what I would have done was I would have spent the 10 minutes getting together my thoughts. Use a notepad, dude. Let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Use a notepad, right? So where the hell did I put it? Oh, there it goes. So use a notepad, right? We'll run through this real quick. Hold on. Events, updates. There we go. So take this, right? Where is my notepad? There we go. Bang, right? Now you have your thread requirements in front of you, right? Primary focus, AMA event, project company, team and how they communicated, right? You followed all the instructions right, right? You followed all the prompts right, but the content felt rigid. It didn't feel smooth and flowing, right? And that's where this kind of comes in, right? So like why did I attend the AMA and what interested you about the project, right? So the way that you worded your post wasn't terrible, right? Hold on, guys. Oh fuck! It's getting hot in here because my heaters are all on and the sun's starting to bake my room. So I don't necessarily need the blankie anymore. Thankfully, my room varies like between what 10 and 20 degrees throughout the course of the day. It's frustrating. Um, so it either freezes me out or it bakes me. Um, so let's bring your post back up. Where is it? So why you attend the AMA and what interested you about the project, right? So your focus was on the roadmap and seeing if the team could back it up, right? So why you attend the AMA? So I attended the AMA because I was interested in the roadmap for Litter Bowl. The AI, DAO, and VR aspects all piqued my interest. It feels more like a full ecosystem than just a clicker game. They haven't built all of that out yet. So we have to see where it goes from here, right? Now you have the general idea of the post down, right? Which from here you could build off of that, right? Diving into the thankfully, I didn't skip it. The roadmap is robust. AI generated worlds, DAOs, and VR all within the roadmap for this year. All right. So now, perfect. 12 to spare, right? Now, I come and say low, little, right? Eyes. You know, add a couple of emojis, something meaningful for the sentence that you're attaching it to. Low bar set, right? So that gives you a post that's interesting in the initial. It's got some visual aspects to it with the emojis. It's got it feels like you're really sharing your thoughts as you're going through your thoughts, right? It doesn't feel like it's prompted. It doesn't feel like you're just following expectations for the contest, right? This because people notice that, you know what I'm saying? So diving into the at Literable AMA had my expectations set low. Thankfully, I didn't skip it. The roadmap is robust. AI generated worlds, DAOs, and VR all within the roadmap for this year. Though we still have to see if they can deliver on such a short timeline. All right, now we come back here. What you expected going into the AMA? Vague answers, dodging difficult tokenomics questions, over promises to hype, right? So now you have a general idea. Yet again, vague answers, dodging difficult tokenomics questions, over promises to hype, expectations low coming in, and hard questions prepared. Yeah, you're underage, girly. Your NSFW is what it is. um, 1 second, guys. All right. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So, real quick, I'm going to go over one or two more points and then I got to wrap this up and then I can post that stuff for you guys after. But that like you're getting the gist of what I'm saying here, right? Like you understand what I mean with most of these points. And if you follow this, it'll girlie shush. You're more advanced than most other people here when it comes to your when it comes to your posts. Let people learn, girl. Let people learn. Vague answers, dodging difficult tokenomics questions, over promises to hype. Some hardballs prep for the team coming into the AMA and had little expectations. Right there. There you go. Simple, straightforward, but conversational. I had some hardballs prepped for the team coming into the AMA and had little expectations on them being able to answer it. I thought I would get vague non answers, dodges on tough questions, and hype fluff to overpromise and generate hype. Boy, did they surprise me. My screen's right here. It should be showing the screen. Like, what are you talking about? All right. Anyway, guys, I do have to run. It's at the top of the hour. I hope that this helped most of you guys when it comes to like being able to like really get a good idea on what you're doing. Let me get the Discord giveaway running real quick. 1 second, guys. Let's get this giveaway started. We're gonna do the duck race. This is another thing we do on each of our events, guys. We do a giveaway. Right now it's $30 split between three people, so $10 per person. Um, and I usually do duck races because I enjoy duck races. We're gonna download consolidated. There we go. My trusty bot. My trusty bot. File. Open. Upload. Browse. Downloads. Consolidated. There we go. Almost a full 2 hours, guys. You guys are beasts. We're gonna do this for 30 minutes. Looks like Oma just made it. Jeez. We having connection issues, Oma? All right, let's get the duck races going. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of me. We're gonna get rid of JK. JK. I know she's in here somewhere. Where is JK? Here she goes. 94 at 101. So that's perfect because we can still do ducks. All right, so we're doing 30 seconds, 3 winners for today. Ready, steady, and quack. Let's go. Quack, quack. We've got Baba Sam in the lead with Day and Nova Ray. We've got Baki and a couple others just trailing behind. Oh, and there goes Baba Sam. Dai's keeping the lead with Nova Ray right next to him. Sylvia still in. Oh, and there goes Dai. Who's going to push forward? 9 seconds left, 8 seconds left. We've got Klaus coming up from the rear. Is Klaus going to take it? Nope. It looks like it's going to be Derek James. Congratulations, Derek, on the win. Congratulations, brother. Woo-hoo. All right, let's go. James. Quack, quack. Next one up. Let's go. Race again. Derek James, I've got you added to the winners list right now. Ready, steady, and quack. Let's go. We got Leo Tun in the lead with D Moon, Powerboy, and Arceus. And everybody's falling back. 18 seconds left. Is anybody's race. Hugh and Guyot in the lead. We've got Anita Moore pushing up in the back. Kays. We've got a couple others trying to make the. Oh, and Kays is pushing it. But Oma's coming up from the rear. Is Oma going to take it or is it going to be Kays? It's Kays. Congratulations, Kays. So close, but so far, Oma. All right. And last but not least, ready, steady, and quack! You were so close, Oma. You were so close. You were like right there, bro. All right, we've got Velocity Wolf, Thonton, Kingsley Berry, and Sophia BK in the lead, and everybody falling back except for Sophia. 14 seconds left on the clock. Let's see who's going to take it. We've got people pushing up from the rear. We got Ella Anya coming up to the front. Oh, is Ella Anya going to win another one? Ella Anya's won too many times, guys. Jeez. Congratulations, Ella Anya. Jeez. Well, thank you for joining us, Ben. You're always welcome to come and participate anytime you want. It's something we do regularly. Every time we do a live event like this, we host these duck races because they're fun at the end, and I like to be able to give back. I always say if you're not being sold something, if you're not being sold a product, you are the product. And our community realistically is a product. We're a marketing agency and a media agency. So you guys help us push messaging and amplify things. And I like to give back to you guys in a way to learn and participate, and at the same time, give you guys rewards for hanging out and being here for a longer period of time. So I try to tie these in when and where I can. We do Creators Corners usually on Monday, but this week got pushed back a little bit because I was feeling a little under the weather. Tuesdays are typically our DGens Den where we talk about trading, market, and just about everything in between. Last week we did gaming and gaming tokens. And Wednesdays are typically our community days where we just do a bot event or something along those lines. This week may not be Rumble though. This week I may actually jump into another live space. So Tuesday today is Creators Corner. Tomorrow's our DGens Den. And then Thursday will be probably another community space. Maybe I'll do the Rumble. Maybe I won't. I like doing the lives better because it feels like, we're we're having more fun together as a community this way. So yeah, you're welcome to tune in anytime, dude. And thank you for anybody who is watching on any of the platforms. Thank you, Persephone, for giving me some good quality discussion based on the Discord happenings and whether or not Discord is dead. And I look forward to seeing everybody again. Remember, come be a friend, www.discord.gg/CJ and friends. And thank you again for being good friends and participating and hanging out and having fun with me. Love you guys. Bye bye.